When I was about 14, I saw a rerun of The Muppet Show with Elton John on it, and I was familiar with the songs, and I was so enamored with that I started listening to him and buying his albums, and within a year or so, I went to one of his concerts, and that was it. I wanted to be a musician after that. And I've written dozens of songs over the last few years that needed to be recorded, and so a lot of it is just sort of fleshing out what was created some time ago, and so once the songs are written, then I start by recording piano tracks, and then I start working on arrangements for them, and somewhere along the line I'll record vocals, and if there are drums that need to come in, those come in at the end. It usually takes about 2 years once I got the songs to get the album from start to finish. The foundation of it is piano, and so obviously styles of music that lend themselves to piano are the things that I tend to gravitate towards. And but I'm steeped in so many genres at once that it all kind of comes out as this sort of goulash of genres. From the Passenger Waits, I'm not sure that I have a favorite song. They're all special to me in one way or another. There are a couple that kind of stand out for me. Just one because it's quite personal, and it took a long time to write, and I was writing it for someone who knew that I was writing it for her, and that's the First Lady of the London Stage. And so if you're writing for someone who knows that the song is coming, then it's different than writing a song about someone who doesn't know that it's about them, because there's the added expectation that you're not just trying to please yourself, you're trying to please the person as well. So that took a long time, a lot of shaping of the lyrics. So when I hear that one is particularly special. Another one that I particularly like is the first track called Nikki. When I realized I was going to write a song called Nikki, it evoked early 60s rock and roll songs, and particularly Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons and the Beach Boys and the Ronettes. So that was the kind of style that I was gravitating towards when I started writing that, and it's also steeped in the language of early rock and roll. So it's got baby and darling and things like that, things that you'd hear in all those old songs, and cars and Oppenheimer and friendship and all the things that rock and roll was sort of built on. So it wound up being kind of a love letter to early rock and roll. I'm working on making another album. I don't know how much of it I would say is done. I've recorded about 11 piano tracks, and I'm kind of deep into the arrangements now. I haven't done any vocals for it yet. I think I have a better sense of my weaknesses and strengths. When I was starting out, I was wanting to be perfect at everything, and didn't want to admit that I had any weaknesses, and those became apparent over time. And once you're aware of them, you can work with them. Again, when I was young, I was a piano player. I wanted to sing, and I wanted to write songs, but I didn't really have any order of importance for them. Over time, and after years of writing, I realized that first and foremost I'm a writer, and then I'm a piano player, and lastly I'm a singer.